All right, so we are ready. All right, good morning. It's so good to see you all. I'm excited that you're here. All right, great. So we're going to start our lesson off. Remember, we have been talking about fractions, right? Yes? All right, so what is fraction?
Fractions.
Wait, remember our rules. Thank you. Remember the rules. All right, Samuel?
Fraction are like, you divide it by another half, and another half, you divide it by fours, equal parts.
Okay, so fraction.
Four friends.
Okay, so fractions is like equal parts, and he said you could divide it with 4 friends, right? Who wants to, if you agree, thumbs up if you agree. All right, who wants to add on to what he said? Abel?
Fractions is something that you divide in equal parts to be the same. And if you divide something by 2, you get this. If you divide something by 2 and then you put it in a half, you put it together and it's a whole.
All right, so if you had 2 pieces or something, you can divide it in half. Is that what you said? And then you could put it back together and get a whole. If you agree with that, thumbs up. All right, what do you want to say?
I think that like if you have a friend and if they want to slice, like if you have a pizza, you have to like make an equal part. Like you have to make it equal part with your friend. Cause if you get less and they get like a whole one, it's not equal.
It's not equal. And you all know what? We have a sign that since we are almost like we're in the 3rd grade, but we perform like we're in the 4th grade, right? And so this is what I want you all to learn when you get that when we start talking about equal, is that you can do your arms like this. Everybody do this, and when we do that, that means that it is equal, and everybody wants to have equal, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a little something different. We're going to add on to our knowledge about. We're going to add on to our knowledge about fractions. So today we're going to start with the standard. And look, we're going to read the standard together because what? We're 4th graders, all right? Can we read this together? Come on. Recognize and generate simple equivalent fractions. Let's try this E word again. Equivalent fractions.
Equivalent fractions.
Right? That's what we're doing? You agree? Thumbs up if you agree. That's what we're doing.
Simple equivalent fractions.
Yes. Great. So let's go ahead. We're going to go into it a little bit more, and we're going to talk about our learning target. And that's what we're actually going to learn, right? And our learning target, let's try to read this, and we're going to read it again. Let's go.
I understand that a fraction equivalent to one whole as the same numerator and denominator.
The same numerator and denominator. Who can remember what we did about the numerator and the denominator? Who can remember that? Come on, talk to me. Who can remember? Samuel, can you remember?
The denominator is up and the another one is down.
Okay, so he said which one?
The
denominator
is up and the numerator is down.
Oh, so let's think about it a little bit. Yes, can we get a little bit? Let's get one of your friends to help you out a little bit.
Numerator is at the top, then the denominator is at the bottom.
Okay, so we can say the numerator is at the top,
The denominator is at the bottom.
and the denominator is at the bottom. So if I did this,
1, 2.
what would be
That's one half.
That's 1 1/2.
That's one half.
Because if you have a whole and you cut it in half, you get 1 1/2.
It's a half. It's a half, right? So this is the what?
Half.
It's half of a whole, right? So what is this called? top one is called?
One whole.
No, numerator.
Numerator. So we're gonna put a quick N up there.
The
What is
numerator is below one.
Right. Boy, give yourself a pat on the back because you guys are ready for 4th grade. Thank you. So that is what we're going to do. Let's move on a little bit more because we have a little bit more to go. Okay, success criteria. Success criteria. We do that when?
I will be successful when I do fractions.
Okay, and let's go and see. I will be successful when I can explain why a fraction with the same numerator and denominator equals one whole. One whole. Thank you. And we're gonna identify fractions that are equivalent to one whole, right? So what that means is that when we finish this lesson, we should be able to understand and explain why this is a whole.
Oh, it's a whole. So
Wait a minute, hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. Okay, we should be able to explain why this is a whole. All right, can somebody elaborate a little bit on that now?
So 2 is like it's a whole, but if you cut it in half, it's one half. Like it's one half. But if you like leave it like that, it gets one whole.
It's just one whole. If I don't cut it in, it's gonna be one whole. All right. Let's see. Add on. What do you think?
So if you have 2, that means that you have a 4, but a 4, you turn those, so you shade 2 parts, and then you get like a whole. Like if you shade 2, you get like a whole because it was a 4. Before.
Okay,
Because
so
2 plus 2 is 4, so you get
okay,
the same
but look,
amount.
this is what we're saying though. We want to know why. You need to tell me when we go through why this is considered a whole. That's what I want to know. Yes.
You said 2 and 2. That means it's like I'm not adding, but it said they're 4, but 2 is shaded, and the another 2 is shaded.
Okay.
Then that will make 2 and 2.
No,
And you know what?
that's not
I love
4.
our conversation
But
because
there's
you know,
not 4.
listen, I love our conversation because that means that we're thinking, and when we come back, we're gonna be able to answer this question. Let's move on. Let's move
That's
on.
impossible.
Okay? Let's move on. So what do you wonder? Let's go with that. What do you wonder about these equivalent fractions?
So
Raise your hand. What do you wonder about this? Yes.
I wonder why fraction is so important.
Why fractions is what?
Important.
Why is fractions important? That is a good question. Why are fractions important to you? Think about it. Are you going to answer this question? Okay, why are fractions important?
They're important to share and to put equal parts. Like if you have like a pizza, you divide it by 6, and you have 6 friends, you can just divide it. You can just cut it in 6 pieces to get the same pizza.
So it's important to know. Do you all agree with that? Thumbs up if you agree. Come on. What do you have to say? We're going to come back to that.
I know what I know about fractions. Making equal parts and stuff, and if you have a friend, you look like making like in different equal parts, like more than one friend, you make it equal parts.
The equal part, he hit it. It was so good because when you have like a pizza or you have like a candy bar or you have anything and you want to, for you all, and you want to share it, you want to share it equally, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to take that and you're going to have to cut it, divide it equally. Comprende? Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, now the definition of equivalent fractions, fractions that have different numerators and denominators but represent the same value. And we're gonna get into learning that how they have example. It can be 1/2. It can be 1/2. It can be 1/2, and it can also be 2/4, and they can be equal.
Oh boy.
We're gonna
I
find
figured
that.
it out. I figured out what was the two. I figured out what was it. It
Okay.
was a whole because it was a 2 before, and then you said the 2 parts. Because in fractions you say the 2 parts. The numerator is the shaded parts, and the denominator is not the shaded parts. And since there's just 2, and you say 2 parts, it's gonna be equals 2, and that's when the numerator was 2 because there was just 2 parts, and you shade them.
Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna move a little faster. But yes, if you agree with that, thumbs up. He said he was talking about, he went back to the previous slide and he was talking about when I put the 2 up there for the whole, because that was a whole. Because anytime you have that, it is equal to a whole. And we know what a whole is because when we get to our fraction bars, you're gonna pull out the fraction bar with the 1 whole, and your fraction bars are there. So we're gonna move a little bit on, and we're gonna do our objective, which we're gonna explore fractions by folding papers into identified equivalent fractions and by writing on them. So let's go ahead and start with this. What we're going to do is all right, so you're going to look how we're folding it. Fold the paper, look at me. Fold your paper in half. Look at me. Fold your paper in half. This was a whole. Now that we folded in half, what is it?
2.
It is what?
It's 2 holes. 2 holes.
Is it 2? Is it 2 holes?
No.
One
No,
half.
it's 1/2. 2.
It's 1/2. It's because we have 1/2
We
on
had
this.
1, then we cut it in half, and now we
Then you
two.
have 1/2 on this side, right? All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to we're missing somebody, but I want you to choose a color, and then I want you to color your 1/2. You all can share right there. Choose the color, and then I want to show you what it will look like when you finish. This is what I did.
So that's like, oh, like that.
Yes, so I want you to color that.
With the color on any
Oh,
side.
any color you like. You can choose the color you like. But do a nice
Do
job.
it on any side.
You can do it on this side. Make sure you're doing it 1/2 because we have something to do with it, and there's a reason for that.
My knife is perfect. We just have to shoot.
Okay. Okay. So make sure you color
So
it
that's
all the
what
way
you were doing?
to the end.
Meter or something?
Go ahead and make sure that you're coloring all the way. Let's do a nice job, okay? So can we get to the edge so look, you need to be able to see where the divide line is, okay? So come all the way over to this line so you can see where it's half.
Let me try to color my best. I should do it after. It's hard.
Now you gotta make like screws.
Yes, and so you're going to, just one side.
I know, I'm doing
because we're gonna have to do something else to it. So let's so I just wanted you all to get the idea of doing it, the coloring in on one side, so you'll know that 1/2 exactly.
It's 1/1.
But no, it's a half of this. So what number is gonna go up?
1/2.
What number when I write 1/2 on the board? I want to write a number.
2.
So what? So that should be a 2, right? So go ahead and change that, making sure it's a 2.
Still another 1.
Okay, you almost done with this? Okay, great. Almost? Okay, so label your other part because he did his really fast, so now you're gonna label it with you can label, label, put your number here, 1/2 here, so you know that this is 1/2 and this is 1/2, okay? No, just write it right down there, that's fine, so that you can see it. 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, you got it? Okay. Okay. All right, so let's see. We're gonna move on a little bit. All right, so 1/2, you can use a different color, 1/2 and 1/2 at the bottom.
And you're coloring?
Yeah, you're right, because you're labeling it. 1/2 here, 1/2 here.
I figured
Go ahead. Right, 1/2
Oh,
right there. 1/2 and 1/2. Right, 1/2 and 1/2. 1/2 on the bottom, 1/2 right there. Now, this is what we're gonna do now.
That's how I go right now.
Remember 1/2? Oh, use a different color. No, just write. Use a different color. You can use black or another color.
You black because
Yeah, it shows up really nice. Okay, now hold your paper. Fold it again.
that's gonna make 4 equal parts.
Put it in. Put it. So this is what I have now.
That's 4. I would have 4.
You have 4. So let me get my sheet so I can show you. So and then I want you all to talk about it. We're gonna talk about what happened. So we have, and I'm gonna do my sheet really quick. So we know that first when we folded in half the first time, it was 1/2, right?
No,
So we
2
put 1/2, and I'm gonna put 1/2 at the bottom of mine. Now that we folded again, how many pieces do we have?
4.
How many?
We have 4, but we shaded 2, so that means we're gonna have 2 4s.
All right, we shaded 2, so 1/2 plus 1/2. Now let's go ahead in all our little sections. Everybody put 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4.
All of them?
Yes, in each little box you should have 1/4. Oh, mine's upside down. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Got it, Samuel? No, well you had it like that. That's where you were writing. See your number. So now you're gonna go up and put 1/4 on each one of these boxes. 1/4, and then put 1/4 across here, and then you put 1/4 right down there. Yep. And then you're gonna put 1/4, and then 1/4 here. All right, so now that we did this, who can tell me what happened? What is going on?
We folded it into 4 pieces, and then we folded it into 4 pieces, and then when we folded it into 4 pieces, we got the same amount as the half, but instead it's just 4 in it. And then when we shaded the 2 pieces, we got to 4.
All right, so add on. Do you all agree? Thumbs up if you agree. Yes. What did you?
We folded, made two ones. Then we put it like this, and we have 4 equal parts.
You have 4 equal parts. Does that sound like an equivalent fraction to you? Equal the 4 equal parts? Okay, come on, Quintonio.
So first we did this. We made it in.
Thank you.
We made it 1/2. Then we opened it. Then colored it. Then opened. Fold it again. Then do this. Then open
Okay,
it.
so we
Then
talked.
we make it 1/4.
Awesome. Okay, so let me see if I got this right. So we folded the first time, we got 1/2, right? Then we folded it again, and we got what? 4s.
1/4.
We got 4s.
2/4.
And then we figured out that 1/2 here was the same as the 2/4. And let me show you, because on my paper, I'm gonna do 1/4. And so you can see 1/4, 1/4, 1/4.
So that's understand.
Wait a minute, hold on a second.
Right, look.
So now you can see that on this side it's 1, 2, so it's 2/4, right? So 1/2 is the same as what? 2/4. What is it again?
2/4.
1/2 is the same as what?
2/4.
Oh, yes.
So I know. So you don't. Do you do it another way? You don't fold it like this, then like this, then like this.
And then we are going to do it one more time. Let's go ahead. Yes, we are. Look at this. Wait a minute. Look. Take this and then fold it one more time. And look at it. All right. Now I want you to open it up, and then I want you to label. First of all, we gotta figure out, like, how many pieces do we have now?
8.
We have how many?
8.
Eight.
Equals,
one.
and that,
What,
I know this answer. I know this
that
answer.
equals 4 8.
Wait a minute. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, can we just go and can we label our boxes now?
Yes.
So we start over and say over here somewhere we can put because it's 8, right? So we're gonna put 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. All right, let's label.
And you have to do another one after you fold it like this, do like this.
All right.
Do like this, then you know fold it like.
Okay. Open it back up. All right, now we did you get it? Let's see. 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So when we do the 1/8 on the half, how many is that?
Oh, we did this.
Okay, open it up. How many on this side? How many across do you have? Then if you have 1, 2, 3, did you do your other one? Okay, so how many do you have?
1/8.
You have how many though?
1/8.
You have 1/8, but how many? Can you see?
8.
You have 8. Now we got to talk about equivalent. Which one is equal? Because he already told us what it was, the equal one. How many 8s do you have on this side? Count them. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So 4 what?
4, 4.
4. How many? What are we doing?
4, 8.
4, 8.
4 8 is the same as what?
1/8.
It's the same. Look at your paper. It's the same as what?
It's the same
1/2.
It's the same as what?
1/2.
4/8 is the same
Go
as
to
1/2.
To
Give yourself a pat on the back. You all are 4th grade kids. You are 4th graders. You are. So we worked together. We did that part, and now we are to the part that we can look at a video and try to talk, and it's going to be on equivalent fractions. We do have, we are running out of time because we have another something that we're supposed to be doing as far as math. But what I wanted you to get from this lesson is, what did I want you to learn from this lesson? Yes.
you try to learn us to do